Well, it's exciting to be going here and still playing football, and our guys are really tuned into it, as they should be, and we all deserve to be. It's a terrific matchup. You know, you played a team that's this good and in your division and with this much familiarity. This is really a chess match in a lot of ways for the coaches. It's just ball for the players, but a lot of respect for who we're playing and how they've done in their season and the guys they have on their team and what they've accomplished. It's you know, being division champs is a big deal around here, so we understand that. We'll let you know about some of these guys, you know, as you ask your questions and all. There's some guys I can't help you with yet, but we're feeling pretty good. We got guys that play the spots and guys that have done some good things for us, and so we're gonna go down there raring to go.
Pete, when you're deemed a pretty substantial underdog, as you seem to be, many odds, do you embrace that?
We're underdogs.
Was that?
We're underdogs.
So it seems. Yeah.
What about that?
As a coaching challenge, do you like that? You know, is that something you could?
No, I have no idea what those numbers are, those points or anything. No, I don't care about that. I mean, it's you know, by the end of the week there'll be enough clamor about it, so we'll hear what everybody's thinking and all that. But that really doesn't play a factor in this.
Given the way this 49ers defense plays and potential weather conditions, what gives you the most optimism about that run game that you've seen the last few weeks?
Yeah, we're going to need it. You know, both teams are going to run the football, and we need it, and we need to run it well. You know, and take care of the ball too is part of it. If it's this, they're talking, you know, cyclone-like or whatever the weather is down there. I mean, I can't believe Northern California's getting hit like this, but you know, it's going to really come down to taking care of the football.
What do you see as the 49ers' identity?
Oh, it starts with their defense. It has for a number of years. They've got a great group over there. And it goes right to the guys up front. You know, and Freddie running the whole show there. It's their style of play and their success. You know, the #1 defense in the NFL and all that. That's the way I see it. And I don't know how they see it, but that's the way I see it.
Are they similar to the Harbaugh teams from like the early 2010s?
Yeah. Yeah, but they have their own. You know, I mean, I don't see it that way. No, they're good. You know, they're a good team. I think they're Kyle's team. You know, totally. And he's got his logo all over this thing. You know, style of play, emphasis, consistency, and all of that stuff. And the players that they choose to play with and all that. It's really unique to them.
What stood out about Brock Purdy when you saw him in person a month ago?
That he's capable. It's not too big for him. You know, it doesn't seem like he's got the rookie learning curve to deal with. You know, and he obviously is getting coached really well, but he's taken to it and he's utilizing the guys around him. You know, he's got a terrific cast around him. He's playing that point guard position really to a great extent. That it's all part of why he's been successful. He's got great guys around him, but he's doing it. You know, he's still getting it done.
Turnovers. When you're playing a team that's good, how important is it being cleaner across the board than maybe you were the first two times?
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, that's how it goes. You know, look at the ball game last night. You know, it got to be a blowout, but you know, +3. That's all you need to get that kind of win. So the ball will be the whole issue.
Samuel didn't play in that Week 15 game. How does he change the options they have?
He's a great player. He's multifaceted. You know, and we've played him enough. We've kind of watched him grow up and become the real threat that he is. He can do everything. You know, he's a fantastic player with the ball in his hands, and they certainly know that, and they do a good job of getting it.
Coaches, does it require a different level of discipline, particularly on defense? I'm thinking about the play called the Kittle in that Week 15 game, the way that they used McCaffrey this year, just the different things they can dial up.
Yeah, they are such a good team, and they're so well schemed that they really do tax the opponent. They do it in many ways, and you know, that was that week. You know, there'll be something else this time around that we have to deal with. You know, and so we know that and anticipate it, and sometimes they get us, sometimes we get them, but I say that, you know, about the chess match thing because I have so much respect for what Cal does and their whole style of play and all that they've developed over the years. So I mean, it's going to be a good challenge.
When you think back to that Thursday night game against them here last month, what stands out to you? What do you take away from that matchup?
That we had two huge plays that, other than, you know, they scored 21 points in the game, and two of them were, one was 50 something, and you know, and the other one, the screen over the middle. You know, that we could have easily had made them play us without those plays if we just would have executed right and see what happens. So might have been a different game.
The most challenging aspect of their defense.
They don't fool you. They just line up and they're running their scheme, and they've got some things that they do. They pressure, rarely, but effectively. But it's just the fact that they're so consistent at what they do, and you have to beat them. You have to block them. You have to make them miss you. Because they're going to be in the right spots and they're going to execute really well. The linebackers really. The experience that they have in concert with their guys up front, it makes them really accurately right where they're supposed to be so consistently, and it's tough. You have to really do well to get anything
The
on.
attention that maybe other defenses give
That's a
them.
good question. Well, they have their ways. They pretty much make you beat their defense, though. They've got enough variety in their scheme that allows them to have some answers, to do stuff. But they're pretty much going to play what they play, and they're going to rely on the rush to be the factor. Is kind of how they do it. So they're not as exotic as some other teams, but yet they have their ways.
You called Purdy sort of like the point guard model. Well, what beyond just the volume of pass attempts per game does that mean, like playing the role of point guard?
Not over trying, He doesn't try to carry the load all on his own shoulders. He's got guys that can make plays for him, so that their offense is structured to get the ball in the guys' hands, and they're really quick with their throws, and ball gets on the perimeter a lot quickly, to give guys a chance to catch and run. They're a really effective catch and run team. If you look at their yards after catch, they're as good as anybody's been. They're for a couple of years now they've been really good at it. Good players for one, but also the scheme, puts them in those situations. And it hasn't really changed with the quarterback changes. That stat and that factor has remained. So that's system and that's coaching.
Important factors, things that have to happen.
Yeah, we're going to have to really play really connected football. We're going to have to do it all. We're going to have to run the football. We have to take care of the ball. We're going to have to eliminate the big plays on the defensive side and give our guys a chance to rush the passers, so we can see the pass rush that we've been seeing last month or so and throughout the season. We're going to have to play off one another. Really have a great deal of confidence in what Jason's going to do and what Mike's going to do in the kicking game. Those guys are on it. Our kicking game is really solid, and that's going to need to maintain. Godwin's given us some good firepower, on returns, and we're still getting some stuff out of DJ. So that all of those factors, if you were going to measure us on the DVOA scale from this point forward, we need to be on top of that thing. And so that means everything's got to function, and so we're capable of doing that. So we'll see if we can carry it. We just got to go 1 week, and then we'll go to the next one.